Hello, welcome back to my channel. A long time no see. Yeah, it's been a while, but and like I have been wanting to record and sit down and talk, whether it's myself or my sister. I don't know, like I've been having all these ideas come into my head and I just haven't gone through with them, and now it feels super good to just like sit down and tell you guys a story. That's what I'm gonna be doing today. So, I've actually been, so I was gonna get ready and like be all done up and tell my story time, get ready for YouTube, but fun fact, I really don't care about my appearance. That's one thing to know about me. I'm wearing my pajama shirt. This makeup is from last night. It is currently like 7 p.m. here. Haven't taken it off. So, yeah. Like literally my life consists of me, because I do like a lot of training and coaching. Like all I wear is soccer stuff. So it consists of me changing from pajamas to nicer pajamas. I don't know. That's just a fun fact to know about me. I mean, I don't think my makeup looks that bad from last night. But anyways, let me get to this story. So, basically, I almost died in LA. And I feel like so many people are like obsessed with the idea of moving to LA and just like this, I don't know, everybody just thinks it's like all famous people live there and blah 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 blah. Like, to be honest, it's different. So basically, my friend was having a surprise birthday party, and the party was in downtown LA, and it was at this like really cool bar that has like old games and like pinball and like old like Pac-Man type games and stuff. But it was my brother's homecoming. It was October 12th. And I went to go take pictures, or go see him take pictures with his friends and whatever at the park. And then after that, it was probably like 7 o'clock. I was gonna go to the party, but my boyfriend works in LA, so I wanted to stop and see him for like a little bit, like 10 minutes max. I was early anyway, so I texted him. I was like, I'm gonna come see you, blah blah blah. So I got in my car after the pictures, went straight to Raymond's work, and we hung out for like a little bit. And then my friend, one of my really really good friends, she was already there, but she was waiting like across the street at a different bar. And so I was gonna meet with her, and then we were gonna head over to the other bar where we could surprise our friend. And so I'm with Raymond, we're just hanging out, and then after like 10-15 minutes pass, I'm like, all right, I have to leave, like I'll see you after. He was gonna meet with us after. And usually like whenever I go to LA, like I'm always with Raymond all the time, and especially to like bars and clubs and whatnot, like I'm always with him. So I've never really experienced like just like going out without him. And I'll get to that because like I'll get to that. So I'm like finding the directions. So Raymond lives where he works where the kind of like where the Hollywood sign is, the Hollywood Walk of Fame, just like on Hollywood and Sunset, like right there. I think it's like East LA. Is it considered East LA-ish? But you get my point. And then the bar was downtown, so it was about 20 minutes away. And so I'm driving there, I'm getting directions, and I find the bar, but with LA, it's always hit or miss. So there's always either like parking garages that you can park at and then you leave your car there, and then you have to pay after, or it's street parking. And so I got stuck with street parking. I hate driving in LA. Like, I hate it. I get like really bad anxiety. Like, I can't do it. Like, it's just like the worst thing ever. And like there was like a little bit of traffic, but in this area there really wasn't. But leading up to it, I was already like super flustered because of all the traffic that I was getting, and it was just like a mess. So then I'm driving, and then I get to the place, and I'm looking for parking, and all the street parking is full. So I'm like, all right, well, I have to figure it out, because I'm literally like stopping to like pull over, and then sure enough, it's like a red zone or no parking zone from this hour to this hour. Like, can't even do math because I'm like super anxious, and there's nobody parked right there. But like, it's just like on the fourth and second Monday of, like, just like. So I was just like super annoyed, and like it was just like a lot. And like I had called my friend, I was like, where did you park? And she found like this parking spot that was like super close by, and she just got lucky. So I was like, all right. So then I had to like park inside this little parking spot area where they like have parking spaces set up. It's like a little lot. Some of them are kind of sketchy, but I was like, honestly, like, I just have to park somewhere. Like, I just needed, whatever. And it was like maybe like from where the bar was and where I parked, it was probably no more than a half mile. Honestly, I would say like a 5-minute walk, okay? 5 to 7 minute walk. So I parked my car, and then the guy comes up to me, and he's like, okay, so if you park right here, you have to leave your keys with us. But if you park like over there, then you don't have to. And I was like, oh my god, like, this is more like a more lit area. I should park my car right here, but do I give him my keys? I don't want to get like my car stolen. That's really all I have at this point. Like, I'm like literally breaking down in my car. I'm like, my car is all I have that's like valuable. Like, I've literally like like, I don't work right now because I do like little stuff like training and whatever, but like my car is like the most valuable thing I have. So I'm like, I'm literally, this is all I have. Like, he's gonna steal my car. Like, I'm just like going through it. But I was like, I called Raymond. I was like, what do I do? He's like, just give your keys to him. Like, it's fine. And I was like, okay, whatever. I trust you. So then I gave my keys to him, and he was like, you can pay after when you come back. Like, it's fine. And I was like, all right, I'll do that. Like, I'm gonna give him I think it was like $7 or $10. I was like, I'm gonna give him $10 and my car. Like, no, it's okay. So I was like, all right, I'll just pay you after. So then I get my directions on my phone to walk to the bar. So I'm like walking, and literally, so like the parking lot was like, so I turned in this way. So the lot was like this, like it was like a square like this, and I parked my car. So I'm walking out, and then I make a right. So then I'm walking on the sidewalk, walking like this, and I see two girls, and it's like pretty dark in this area because I had to find the lot, a parking lot, and I see two girls walking like towards me, and I'm walking this way. So we're about to cross paths, and I'm like looking at my phone, like trying to figure out where it is, like exactly, like, whatever, not paying attention. And then like I look up, and behind those two girls is a guy, and I didn't think much of it, but then like he was wearing like a short sleeve button up, and it was undone. So I was like, that's kind of weird. Okay. And then I was just like, whatever. So then me and those two girls were about to cross, and I noticed that he's like walking the same direction as them. So I'm like, okay, like I'm chilling. Let me just like scoot over here real quick, like, and then so like we finally like cross paths, and I have to like, there's like a light, and then I have to turn right. So we're crossing crossing paths, and the guy's following them, and I'm like, all right, I'm chilling, like, you know, like, it's fine, like, he's like a distance away, so I'm like, we're chilling, like, he's not really following them, but he's going that direction. So then I cross the guy too, and then all of a sudden I hear like a jingling. It was either like chains or like his keys, but it wasn't either of those. So like I'm like walking with like my little backpack. I'm like, oh my god, because the sound is getting like closer, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm going to die. This is it. And I like turn my head a little bit, and he's following me. So I'm like, he was just walking this way. Now he's walking this way. Like, I'm freaking out. Like, you know how they say, like, when you're about to die, there's, like, that flashback of your life? Yeah, I had that for, like, a little bit. And I was like, you know, like, I could have done this with my life. I should have done this. Like, all these things were just running through my head. And I was like, I'm going to die today. Like, it's fine. Like, you know, like, I was, like, ready to text Raymond and my family. Like, I love you guys. Like, if anything, like, just know that I love you. And, like, literally, as I'm pulling out my phone, I just, like, hear the jingling, and finally, like, I just have, like, the courage to kind of, like, look back and be like, what, like, you know, like, what's up, what's good? I'm either gonna fight this guy, scream for my life, or run away. So I'm like, all right, let me get some courage, you know? So I turn just to see where he's at, and so, okay, I'm gonna just show you guys. So, I'm wearing leggings right now, but just imagine this dude, shirt open, right? Shirt open, like, whatever. And he has his pants, his hands in his pants. Imagine me walking, and I turn, and I see a dude, and his hands are in his pants. And then I'm literally getting anxiety from telling the story. So he has his hands in his pants, and what the jingling noise was his belt undone, jingling. So he's like walking like this, like moving his hands, and like I just hear the jingling. And at this point, like, I lose it. So I'm like, all right, I'm dying today. That's it. That's fine. Whatever. I made my peace. No, but then I was like, oh my god, like, because it was dark in this area, and those girls were, like, gone at this point. Like, they weren't paying attention. Like, they were, like, honestly, like, laughing, talking to each other. So I'm left to die, basically. And I see, like, I'm finally about to approach, like, I literally, like, my feet could not have been moving faster, and the fact that, like, I could still hear the jingling, I was freaking out. So finally it's getting to, like, an actual street light, but I have to turn right, and I see these people walking the crosswalk, and I was like, oh my god, like, I don't know what to do, but, like, my first instinct was to literally go to them and just be with them and be like, help me. So my first instinct was to go to them and literally just be like, I need help. I think that guy's following me. But then again, I didn't want to be like, because he was like so close to me that I could still hear him, that I don't want to, like, I don't know, like, I just didn't know what to do. And like, what would you guys do? Because I don't know. So I was like, all right, you know what? Like, they finally had hit the, like, light, like, the end of the crosswalk, and there was people there. So I felt like, if I'm going to get murdered right now, at least there's people to witness it. You know, like, I felt comfortable. So then, and this is where I was going to get at. So when I come to LA, when I go to LA, like, I'm always with Raymond. So I always feel automatically protected. To be honest, I don't even really look at my surroundings when I really should. I am really, like, observant and, like, alert. But when I'm with Raymond, I'm like, oh, whatever. Like, you know, like, I'm with him. Like, it's fine. And just, like, knowing that I could be, like, targeted without him, it's just, like, super scary. And, like, I don't know, I've just been seeing all these, like, sex trafficking and kidnapping stories that, like, it's just a scary world to be a girl. Like, it was just like super creepy. So then finally, like, I turn the corner and I start walking like so fast, like almost like jogging at this point, and I see 3 girls ahead, and I'm like, I just have to make it to them and I'll be okay. So then I start just like booking it, and I think that he knew that I was kind of booking it because I didn't hear it anymore. And from that point, I just had my little backpack and I was just speed walking and I didn't turn back. And I was like, like I'm just like done in that moment. And once I got safely to the bar that my friend was at, I had to tell them the story and I was out of breath, and it was just like the scariest moment in my life. And yeah, so I almost died in LA. That's my story time. I've been dying to tell you guys, like literally when it happened. I mean, obviously in the moment, like I wasn't like, let me just record this on YouTube, but like after a while when I figure out what just happened and I'm safe, I was like, I have to tell them. Like I have to tell somebody. I have to tell YouTube. And it's crazy because like I just feel like now I could vent to or tell, like I don't know, like I could just be like free on YouTube and talk about whatever, because chances are nobody's really watching this. And like I said in the beginning that I want YouTube to be like kind of like, I don't know, just like an outlet for me in a way, because right now, like being back home, I've just been kind of in a transition period where like I did have my friends before. My roommates were my best friends, and I come home every day and we just like talk for hours on end. And I don't really have, I mean, I have my family, which is more than enough, but all I have really to vent to is like Raymond, and that's it. I mean, I have like my sister and I have other friends, but I just feel like I'm at a place right now where I just don't really have that many friends, and that's okay. I've come to accept that as I've kind of been just like experiencing home and all that. I've just noticed just like people's true colors in a way, and it's hard for me to realize that when like you've done so much for people and been there for them. And I understand that it's a two-way street, but it's a two-way street. So when you're not getting like, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but like basically, not to be a Debbie Downer, but you guys are like my friends now, so I get to talk to you guys, and I do have family that watches, so they obviously get to hear what I have to say. And yeah, so another story time, actually, now that I'm thinking about LA. So basically, this had to be like, I know it was in high school. I think it might have been 2013. Yes. So my family that lives in Houston, Texas, they came to visit for a little bit. So like we had all like the regular things planned, like Disneyland, the beach, LA, all that jazz. So we're walking, and like I said before, everybody thinks that LA is just this like famous, like beautiful, amazing, just like different experience, and it is, but there's also a lot of dirtiness. The homeless rate is just increasing, which is super, super sad, but it is what it is. And so my family, we went to the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and we're just like walking, and we go to like a couple of stores, and like we had spent like an hour to 2 hours there, so like everybody's just like ready to go home at this point. Like LA can only be so much at a time, like. So so we were walking back to the car, and we were walking back to the car, and okay, so we were walking back to the car, and it's like my whole family plus like Texas family plus like my other cousins from here. So like we were just like a gang. Like we were just like, you know, taking up the whole sidewalk. Like what's good, you know? So but there's like, you know, people. I think we maybe went on a weekend because it was like pretty packed. So like we're walking like this way. So we're more like lined up in a way, and so it was just like super crowded, and I think that like a homeless man slash crackhead had bumped into this one group, and one of the guys was like, what the hell? So like he pushes the homeless guy into like a different group, and the homeless guy is just like, you know, like getting pushed around like what the, and then the homeless guy bumps into this guy's girlfriend, and so the girlfriend's boyfriend freaked out and literally in front of us literally in front of us just decked him, like literally like right in the face, like right here, like cheekbone, cheek area, nose area, and the homeless guy just gets stunned, and his face just like moves like this way. So there was just blood that just goes this way, and we're walking this way. So you could just imagine, you know? So we're like, oh my god, like I'm like, oh my goodness, like everyone's just like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, like what the hell? So like we like scurry out of the way because we didn't want anything to do with that. So we're like, is everybody okay? Like, are we good? We good? So my cousin, she's a year younger than me, so she had to be like 14 at the time. My cousin, it was hot, it was summer. She was wearing a short sleeve type tank top, and we just look over, and there's blood dripping down her arm. And my mom is like the biggest germaphobe ever, like annoyingly germophobic, you know, like the type of person who's like, oh, I'm sick, just so you don't share your food or drinks with her. Like she pretends she's sick all the time. Like it's just like bad. Like she's just like doesn't even want to take the baby to the park because germs, whatever, you know, like yeah, whatever. So then my mom looks at her. You should have seen my mom's face. Her face was literally priceless. She looks over in disgust, pure disgust, and she grabs her hand sanitizer, like one of these. It's like berry, like it's like pinkish and like with the little blue dots and stuff, you know, like just like those blue dots right there, just to show you. So she gets her hand sanitizer, opens that sucker up, and goes right on my cousin's arm, and there's literally just like hand sanitizer and blood dripping down my cousin's arm, and like it was just like the funniest thing. And we're just like, are you okay? We're asking my cousin, are you okay, Mariah? Like, are you all good? And then my aunt looks over and she's like, is that blood? And like it's because it's like the pink hand sanitizer that it looks so much. And in all honesty, like the drop of blood was probably like just like a little bit, and the hand sanitizer just like devours her arm, and like it was just a lot. But basically moral of the story is LA isn't really what you think it is, and Hollywood and all that. So don't come here, okay? I mean, I live in Chino, so like I'm a good distance away, but we go sometimes. But yeah, that's my story time. I guess I just had 2 stories about like LA and just like yeah. So that's it. Hopefully I will upload more because I don't know, I just like love talking. I guess I think I realized. But yeah, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell me if you have ever had any experience like that or anything scary. Because it's crazy. Like, I mean, my situation was super scary, and thank goodness that nothing happened to me. But like, I know there's unfortunate events where things do happen, and it's just like scary, and people are just messed up and whatever. Like, I understand like some homeless people, like they obviously can't help their situation, but like that guy, oh my god. Yeah, but yeah, just thanks for watching, and just thank you for supporting me. If you've seen all my videos, if you haven't, go check them out. I'm not that interesting. I just record for fun. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. By the way, my car didn't get stolen, so that's always good.